Welcome to Smarkets, where we introduce the smartest companies in the market. Today, we will be talking about the ultimate high-speed motorsport company, Formula One, that attracts millions of fans worldwide. From the roaring engines to the thrilling overtakes, F1 is a true spectacle of human engineering and athleticism. But have you ever wondered how this multi-billion-dollar industry makes money? Behind the scenes, there's a complex web of revenue streams that fuel the racing teams, circuits, and broadcasting networks. In this video, we'll dive into the world of F1 finances and uncover the strategies that make it one of the most profitable sports in the world. The video is going to be interesting. You subscribe to our channel first and make sure you hit the bell icon for regular updates. Now fasten your seatbelt and get ready to discover how Formula One makes money. The beginning of F1 racing. In the late 1800s, when the first cars with internal combustion engines came out, people all over the world were hooked. In 1895, the first official race went from Paris to Bordeaux then back. It was over 1,100 kilometers long, and the average speed was only 24 kilometers/a. Today, it might seem slow, but back then, it was an amazing feat of tech and human strength. A few decades later, in the 1920s and 1930s, the Grand Prix races held the world's attention. What we now call Formula One started with these races. The first legal Formula One race was in 1950, and the rest is history. But it wasn't until the 1970s that F1 really took off around the world, and that was all because of one man, Bernie Ecclestone. This British business magnate turned F1 from a festival of racing into a huge, stable business. He brought in money and safety rules that have made their way down to all levels of racing. Today, F1 is the top of the line in terms of status, style, technology, and speed. Now cars can go as fast as 370 kilometers/8 and stop in less than 2 seconds. The sport brings in $4 billion every year and gives jobs to more than 50,000 people in 30 countries. It's a high-stakes, high-energy show that draws millions of people from all over the world. Innovations in the Formula One business model. Over the years, Formula One teams have come up with some pretty innovative ways to improve their businesses and increase their competitiveness and income. Let's take a closer look at some of the most exciting methods being used today. First up, we have technology transfer. This method has been employed by many automakers in the sport, including Ferrari, Mercedes, and McLaren. Not only does a Formula One team serve as a powerful marketing tool, but it's also an excellent platform for technology development that can be transferred and applied to road-legal vehicles. This is especially true for luxury performance vehicles, and the examples of successful transfers are numerous throughout the years. Another way teams can enhance their business is by becoming suppliers. Automakers often provide engines for their teams, and sometimes even for others. For example, in 2021, Mercedes produces engines for McLaren, Aston Martin, and Williams, while Ferrari does it for Haas and Alfa Romeo. Additionally, satellite team AlphaTauri uses chassis parts from Red Bull's previous cars, even though the rules state that the whole car must be developed by the team itself. From brakes and suspensions to fuel systems and gearboxes, the big teams in F1 can supply many different components to help their partners succeed. Another interesting method is external technology transfer. Teams like Williams, McLaren, and Sauber, now called Alfa Romeo Racing, have developed technology for third parties that aren't even involved in the Formula One championship. The innovations produced in this sport have been applied to aerospace, materials engineering, and telecommunications, which shows the incredible reach of Formula One's advancements. Last but not least, we have driver academies. Almost all the teams involved in the championship have established their own young drivers training programs over the last 2 decades. These academies are an excellent way to groom and develop promising young talent, which can lead to long-term success for both the team and the driver. As you can see, there are plenty of innovative ways that Formula One teams are improving their businesses and increasing their competitiveness. From technology transfer and becoming suppliers to external technology transfer and driver academies, it's clear that the sport is constantly evolving and pushing the boundaries of what's possible. Financial analysis of Formula One business model. Formula One racing is a sport that is growing and will stay around for a long time if people understand how the business side works. By learning about the different ways the sport makes money, fans can better understand how much money goes into each race. Also, knowing about the business side of the sport can give you an idea of how the sport may change and grow in the future. Number 1. Payments. Formula One teams make the second most money from Formula One fee. From TV rights and circuit sponsorships, a team in the tournament gets about $36 million as prize money. Teams also get paid based on how well they do in the Manufacturers' Championship. The 2021 title was won by Mercedes with $61 million, and Williams came in last with $13 million. The only team that gets an extra $68 million just for being Ferrari is Ferrari. There's one more payment that doesn't make sense. For their past results, McLaren, Red Bull, Mercedes, and Ferrari each got a Constructors' Championship bonus of $35 million. As the first team to sign the 2021 Concord Agreement, Red Bull got $36 million, and Williams got $10 million as a heritage payment. The Concord Agreement tries to protect the value of the existing F1 teams by making new teams pay $200 million upfront, which will be split evenly among the 10 existing teams. In return, the new teams will get a share of the prize money and TV money. Number 2. Car manufacturers. F1 is mostly a way for car companies to get their names out there. If people want to feel like they are part of the team's success, they will buy a car made by the same company. People who like Red Bull may like a Honda better than a Mercedes or an Alpine. In 2019, Mercedes' main company, Daimler, gave the team $80 million to help them try to win the Constructors' Championship. Also, the teams that build engines sell them to other teams. For example, Mercedes sells engines to McLaren, Aston Martin, and Williams, while Ferrari sells engines to Alfa Romeo and Haas. Number 3. Sponsorships. The best way for F1 teams to make money is through sponsorships. The second way is through Formula One prize and rewards. In a bit of a catch-22, F1 companies can give anywhere from €500,000 to €50 million per season. A good team can ask for more sponsorship, but they need to be able to pay to play at the top level to be successful. For as little as €500,000 a year, you can support a Formula One team, but your logo won't be on the car or the driver. You could put your name on a midfield car for €1 million a year, but a Ferrari, Mercedes, or Red Bull would cost €3 5M title contracts range from $20 million to $50 million a year, depending on how strong and well-known the team is. Mercedes, for example, got almost 20% of all TV coverage during the 2021 season, which they can use to set their rates. It is said that Cognizant paid €35 million for its deal with Aston Martin, and that Petronas paid €42 million for its deal with Mercedes. Oracle and Red Bull Racing have a $300 million, 5-year funding deal. Conclusion. In the fast-paced world of Formula One, the race to success goes beyond the track. With its revamped marketing strategy, the sport has crossed the finish line and made remarkable progress in recent years. Thanks to a focus on engaging fans through TV and digital media, Formula One has seen a surge in viewership and attracted a new wave of supporters, particularly those under 35 years old. With personalized and portable content, Formula One has managed to capture the attention of a new generation, who are sure to keep the sport in their hearts for years to come. As the ex-commercial boss, Sean Bratches, once said, Formula One is myopically focused on serving the Formula One fan, and with their continued dedication, the future of the sport is looking brighter than ever. That's all for today. Give this video a big thumbs up, and if you have any queries regarding the video, you can ask in the comment section. Thanks for watching.